Paul here. Today I'm going to give you guys another pick 3 strategy. Now if you guys haven't seen my last video I did on pick 3, I did a video on it a while back. That strategy was going over kind of how you take the numbers from pick 3 and you sum them all up. And it's a pretty effective strategy. If you want to watch that video, make sure I'll put a tag or something here or here, you'll be able to watch it. One of my most popular videos on this channel, so just check that out. If you want to go to my main channel and click on most popular videos and you'll be able to find it. If not, just I'll put a link or something below, but it's my most popular video on this channel, I think. Anyway, but today I'm going to go over kind of another pick 3 strategy, and what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to go over pick 3, and in the next couple videos I'm going to go over pick 4 and then pick 5 strategy. So if you like this strategy specifically, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button, and I'll get those out as soon as possible. But I still recommend doing the other pick 3 strategy that I did, but I found with data that this strategy is a little bit more effective. The goal of this training, these strategies, is not to do the box. What I look at it as a way to kind of win straights, because I want to win straights. And I kind of, what I do is I chart and I look at my results. I don't really play the game. I look at, I chart everything down like I would play, and then I see if I would have won in that day. And looking at my numbers here, let's just go over some charts. I charted a little bit yesterday these strategies, and I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. But I'll show you how to do all this in today's video. But these were the numbers that I calculated. Total cost would have been $61 per day. So that's what the cost would be to play this strategy daily, around that. But anyway, I also did a check to see, and what ended up happening was these were the previous past days from what I got the results. I would have got a straight here and a straight here and a straight here. I would have got a straight here and a straight here and then another. So I would have won. What was that? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 days worth. If I started playing here, I would have won a straight 3 times. Now you notice here they fizzled out, which basically means that if you played these numbers, the same numbers for 30 days straight, if you didn't change the numbers, you wouldn't win. From what I can tell, you would have to do this strategy daily. So if you the day before you want to play the game, I would do this strategy, and I would do this strategy daily. I wouldn't take all these numbers and play them for 30 days straight. I would change the numbers every single day that you would want to play the game. So that's according to the data that I've done. But let me kind of teach you guys how to do this yourself. And what I would recommend you guys do is like what I do is I chart the numbers, and then I wait a couple days, and just to see if you get any hits. The goal of this strategy is to win a straight. You're not going to make any profit just doing the box, because if you win a box on a pick 3, you don't make that much. Let's just see how much here. So if you have, like, for yesterday or whatever, this is the 6th. No one today's this was yesterday. Evening draw for the 6th, so you make $100. So that's still good, I guess, but we want to make the top prize here. So I'm going to try and form strategies on winning straights. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that today. So if you did win the box, making $100, that's not bad, but I personally do this to try to win the straight. I try to come up with strategies to win the straight. Now, before I begin and teach you guys how to do this, everything that I teach you, this is still gambling at the end of the day. So big disclaimer, this is still gambling, play at your own risk. I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. This is just a strategy that I've discovered. Now, let me just show you, so make a little spreadsheet here because this kind of helps you, this helps me out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a document and I'm going to go to table and I'm going to put, let's see, there's 3 numbers and then I need 5 columns. So we're going to do this. Okay. So what we're going to put here is number. And this is what you would have to do daily. So the first column is number. The second column is date. And then try to guess what the next 3 columns are. It's going to be ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. Okay. So once we got this done, now to save time on this video, I'm just going to refer back to the one I did yesterday. But this is how you personally would set it up for yourself. Get a document, and there's going to be 5 separate columns here. So the first column, the number, you're going to have number 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to chart the last 30 days of the numbers of whatever your pick 3 is doing. If it's evening or midday, choose whichever one of those you want to do, and you got to record the balls for the last 30 days. That's what we're really doing here. The date is the date that the drawing was, of course. So if we just go back here, go to past winning numbers. If I wanted to do midday here, I would just grab it right here. So I would just say, I would confirm everything here, and I would say it was August 6, 2021. So that's what I would do. I would put that here. And this is the important part here is ball 1, ball 2, ball 3 is where you would put the balls. So in this case, it would be 998. So that's what I would put here. So to save time, I'm just going to refer back to what I did yesterday. Kind of show you to save time for this video because I'm not going to go through all the data. You basically get the idea. So why I do it this way is because when the balls come out, when I realize when the drawings are being held, they come out on different tubes. You know, ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. And when I realized that you can actually just average all the, the highest rolled balls in each of these sections of ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. If you get the average of the highest rolled number of each of the ball, your results will be more effective than probably any other strategy. So what you have to do is go back the last 30 days of the drawing, and like you see what I did here, I basically made it, originally I made it to where it was really hard to read the numbers, so I had to make it into a table, and it's really much easier to read the numbers this way, collect the data. So you can see I collected data for the last 31 days. So what you want to do next is you want to go to ball 1. And you want to start counting the balls in each column. So in this case, I would just look at this column right here. The ball 1 column. And I would start going 0 occurs. blah blah times. So I'd go here and I count all my zeros. 1, 2. So it occurred 2 times in the last 30 days. 2 times. And I would do that. And I would do that for each column, okay? And when you're done, you'll have a good idea of which balls have rolled the most in that column. So I do it for ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. And at the end of it, I'll rank the balls and the frequency of, I will rank them from highest rolled to lowest rolled. So you have a general idea of which balls have rolled the most. So down here, once you're done with all that and once you've counted each, the ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, and you know you've ranked the balls to the highest, and you know which is the highest and the lowest, you'll come down to something like this. Actually, we'll look at this real quick too, get an idea of how I got this. Okay, so according to my data, from ball 1, 7, 6, 8, and 9 were the highest rolled numbers. Now I also wrote out the remainder of balls here, but I'm not going to be using them in the formula to get the numbers because, well, what I want to focus on is the top highest rolled numbers here, which is, I include the first 4. The first 4. And then these I really don't pay attention to unless my budget is a little bigger. If my budget is a little bigger, then I'll include more numbers, but this right here, these numbers in the first part right here is about $61. So if you wheel them out, if you want to pay more, but $61 a day to play this is, and it's enough to test the strategy. So you don't really need to, you know, there will be days where you lose, of course. But to apply the strategy, this is really all you need. You won't win every day, of course, so, you know, disclaimer. So what ends up happening is you'll get results like this. If you notice right here, okay, we'll go right here. Okay, so I got this number right here, 747, from wheeling out 747. So what I basically did is I wheeled out all these balls to get these numbers. So you got 747, 747, 748, 748, 741, 741, 743, 743, 777, 7, and I move on to the next number here, which is 777, 778, 778, 771, 771, 773, 773, 718, 718, 711, 711, 711, and 713, and you get the idea. That's how I got this list. So doing this, I only wheeled out the 7s here. I didn't do any of these numbers. I mean, these other numbers. No, according to this, wheeling out this number and then all of these, attaching all these numbers to it is about $61 from what I've calculated. So if you wheel it out like this, it already is about $60 a day. So that's how you get the numbers. So once you get the numbers, to win a straight, come on now, load screen here. So to win a straight, you would have to rearrange every single number according to, you know, to get to a straight. So this number here, you'd have to rearrange all the numbers to win a straight. And then you take this number and you rearrange each number in order to win a straight. That's why just playing these numbers right here, this is not $61, but if you want to play a straight, it's going to cost $61 because you have to play every number as a straight. So do the numbers. So to win the game, like I said, it's about $61 per game. That's about $427 that you would have to save in the beginning. What I would do, my personal strategy, is to save a week's worth of playing the game. So you save about a week's worth, because you're not gonna fork over $61 and then lose, and then you won't have enough. What I would personally do, and this is no financial advice, is I would save the money. I would save enough for a week, and then I would play the game. I would save $427, and then I would play the game. And then after that, I would go over the results. And what I do is I collect data. So I don't play the game. I get the numbers like I am gonna play, but I don't play. And I see if the numbers will hit. And if I see a consistency in it, what I would do is I would do this strategy every single day. So let's say tomorrow I want to play the evening game. The night before, I would chart the numbers. I'd do this strategy and I'd get the numbers. From what I've looked at my own personal data, you would have to change the numbers. You would have to apply this strategy every single day. You could see that now keep in mind that I got these numbers and then I looked at the past numbers. So what I should have done is kind of see how long these numbers will last, after I got the numbers. But these are the numbers that I got after the previous draws. It's not 2 weeks later, if you understand what I'm trying to say. I got these numbers and I looked at the numbers for the previous draws, not the future draws. So what I kind of going over myself is seeing how long will these numbers last and how many hits will I get, and will I have to do this strategy daily in order to see better results. My personal opinion, I think since the numbers are constantly changing, you would have to do this strategy daily. But that's just me looking at the data. I personally would change the numbers every single day or every single time that I want to play the game. Personally, my strategy is to save a week's worth, save about a week's worth, and then start playing the game, but not financial advice. It's still gambling at the end of the day. What I'm going to be doing in a future video is based off this data right here. So I'm going to make a follow-up video on this video, and I'm gonna share my results with you guys on if this is better doing it daily or if it's better doing it. Basically, I'll give you a week's later results, and if you keep these numbers, how many hits will you get? So I'm just going to give you guys an update on that, on a follow-up on this strategy. But my personal opinion, I think you have to change the numbers. So every time that you want to play the game, I think it's better if you change the numbers. Follow the strategy and just change the numbers daily. That's how I think you'll get the best results. It's still going to cost $61 a day. So anyway, that's kind of my personal strategy. If you guys want to do the strategy on your own, remember this is not financial advice. But from what I can observed from my data is that the strategy is effective. My strategy is winning. My strategy is helping to win a straight, so I want to try to make as most as I can. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It will ensure that in the future I make the other pick 4 and the pick 5 strategy as well. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal observation on strategies. Also, if you guys want to look at my other video that I posted a while back, it's a different strategy for pick 3, but it's the other strategy that I follow if you don't want to do this. The other pick 3 strategy that I have on my channel, it's to sum it all up. So definitely watch that video if you guys don't want to do this strategy. But these are the 2 strategies that I follow for pick 3 in order to win a straight. Remember that it's not financial advice, play at your own risk. And other than that, stay tuned for my other pick 4 and pick 5 strategies that are coming in the near future. Other than that, I'll see you guys in future videos.